in the morning. I could not sleep. I am really gonna try to at least put out like 2-3 blogs, maybe. We'll see. I thought I would be done with The Only One Left by Riley Sager, but I'm about halfway. I'm really enjoying it, so I feel like it's like the perfect book to finish kicking off Summerween. So it's one I had started, but I'm going to finish before I move on to the next one. And that gives me a little time to think about what I'm going to read later. But I have taken my schedule, at least for today, and all I'm going to do today is clean my house and read. I really want to focus on Summerween because I'm so excited, and the weekend is going to be crazy. So I may not get as much reading in over the weekend, which is 2 days of the event. I have like 10 books on my TBR. Obviously, I probably won't finish them all, but it's nice to have choices, and I'm excited about it. So I'm gonna get to reading. I'm really enjoying this Riley Sager, which is really great because I did not enjoy his last one at all. And Survive the Night, I thought I liked. I did like. I think I didn't like Home Before Dark as much, if I remember correctly. No, I didn't like Home Before Dark. Everybody loves Home Before Dark, but I didn't like it as much. Maybe I need to revisit it. I think I listened to that one on audio, and I think that is what made the difference with Riley Sager, because I'm reading this one. I think I did half audio, half read with The House Across the Lake, and I hated it. So maybe it's not reading them, because every other Riley Sager that I have read, I've enjoyed. But it could just be that he had some flops, because that happens. Anyway, I'm enjoying this one, and I will be back. So it's later, a couple hours later. I am now, oh my goodness, so it's raining out. And I love the rain, but at the same time, I'm a little bit sad because I was hoping that this afternoon, if it wasn't raining, and it might be, and it might not be, I could get out and do some what they call plein air painting. If you're not familiar with art, since this is a book vlog or just a vlog for me, plein air painting is when you go outside and paint. And I've gotten kind of into it, and I really am trying to do it more. I've been doing it a lot from my seat here, and so I've been drawing. I have a cornfield behind me. Yeah, South Dakota, have a cornfield in the middle of the city. Okay, this isn't normal in the middle of our big city, but I do have a cornfield. And so I draw a lot of the like shelter belt of, I think that's what they call that, the shelter belt of trees. I'm looking at them right now, but I painted this yesterday, just practicing mixing colors. And so this only has 5 colors, but I feel like I did so well doing the colors. So this is just like a little tiny, I got this little cute little thing the last time I was in Omaha from Blick, and to try out it's so loud, try out the watercolor paper from Blick. And I've never used Stonehenge paper, but it works really well. So I might, when I go down to Omaha at the end of the month, I might get some big sheets. So yes, I have spent another hour or two. I am now 70% in, and I'm still loving it. Unless he messes up the last 20-30% of this book, it has redeemed itself. And I might give it a 4 to 5 stars. I don't know. We'll see, because he's been known to mess up his books at the end. We'll see. However, I think at the very least, it's going to get 3 stars. And so I would like, this is kind of like, oh yeah, Riley Sager, you can write. You can. I'm so excited. I have just been loving this. I can't explain it. It's probably, yes, I can explain it. It's probably because I am quite obsessed with the Gothic novel and Gothic tropes, and just the history of the Gothic novel. I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to it. I took a whole course in college to study it. I thought about studying it for my master's when I was considering getting my master's. And I just love seeing it through the ages, how people have played with tropes, how people have messed with tropes when they know what they're doing versus when they just kind of are doing things, but I just love them. I love them. So to have Riley Sager write a gothic thriller and actually like use the tropes in a good way, I'm like, Riley, where were you sleeping on your last couple novels? Where were you sleeping? Anyway, I also did a couple of puzzles, logic puzzles in Myrtle Volume 1. This is logic puzzles, and it's kind of it's a book with puzzles. So it's like a, Sudoku or whatever, but this one has such fun, silly puzzles, but they're like murdery. And I mean, obviously it's not anything crazy, not anything super dark, but it's like Agatha Christie meets Sudoku meets logic, and I am really enjoying it. I've done the first 10. I actually let my husband do a couple because I got this for both of us to play with, but this is great. I am really happy with it. I heard about it from Meredith on the Currently Reading podcast, and I'm really happy with it. I'm so excited. So that's what I've been kind of doing. And so my hope is today is to get more reading done. Olivia Reads a Latte has sprints going, and what I probably will be doing is finishing The Only One Left by Riley Sager here, finishing The Only One Left this morning, and then I will probably listen to an audiobook for the next book because I have some laundry to do. I want to get some cleaning done. I might want to paint a little bit. And so during sprints, a lot of the times what I'll do is I'll read sometimes, but then I'll take one of the sprints and throw on an audiobook and listen to it while I'm doing all my stuff. What was I going to say? Oh my goodness. My brain just... Right now, I picked up yesterday Chasing the Boogeyman by Richard Chismore. And so I am going to be reading that today while I'm doing my cleaning and whatever else. So I will be back in a little while after the sprints. Riley Sager. He redeemed himself. So I want to just be like 5 stars. 5 stars. This is honestly my favorite Riley Sager. But I was watching a TikTok yesterday, and one of the girls was talking about how if she gives a 5 star, she wouldn't change the book. And I would change this really weird relationship with the main character and this like 20-year-old because it was pointless. So maybe I would change that. So like 4.75, 4.8. No, okay. Here's the deal. On Goodreads, it's going to be 5. In my like final roundup, it's going to be 5. But that's the only part that I would change. And so it's weird because I'm like, this had so many twists and weird things, and it was so unhinged, and it was so ridiculous, of course, because it's Riley Sager. But it was so good. It's my favorite Riley Sager ever. And I'm just so happy because he had just let me down so many times now. Okay, one big letdown. One big letdown. Okay, but it was bad. House Across the Lake, I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist because Riley Sager is back to being a favorite. And I've got my first book down for Summerween, which is Read a Thriller. And so now I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning. So I'm going to listen to Chasing the Boogeyman while I do my cleaning. And then I'm going to come back this afternoon and read Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. So I'm so happy that I read it. It was so good. So good. Just if you like ridiculous, like none of this could actually happen in real life thrillers, pick up The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Loved it. Loved it. So much fun. Okay, so I had lunch and now I am getting on to the reading sprints with the lovely Gabby Reads. She is showing us lots of fun stuff. It's for her Patreon. I think she has public sprints later during the readathon. You'll have to check her channel since she is a host. I'm very excited. I joined the Patreons for Olivia Reads a Latte and Gabby Reads for the month. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and I'm really appreciating all the sprints that I can get on between them and Meg with Books and Jordaline. And yeah, I have a Patreon problem. We're not going to talk about it. It just doesn't exist. Anyway, I am now going to start Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. I love this cover. I know it's horror, and that's all I know. And that is all I want to know going into this. I didn't end up reading or listening to any more of my audiobook by Richard Chesmar. I will pick it back up later, but I want to actually read while I can, and this book is just calling me. It is so freaking beautiful. I need to pick it up. So the first sprints are just starting. I'm gonna head out and read, and I'll be back with you to let you know what my first thoughts are. I know I said I'd be back with my first opinion after I read for my first sprint, but just kidding. I'm back right away because this book, just even the first line, it's like yummy. On December 14th, my sister went missing. Her name was Willow. I suppose I could have written her name is Willow because she's technically missing and not legally dead. But as much as it hurts to write about my sister in the past tense, it'd be disingenuous not to. She's as dead as it gets. What? What? What's going on? How did she go missing? Where'd she go missing? I need to know. So clearly this book is about how his sister goes missing, and I'm going to go find out. And yeah, I took the dust jacket off because that's how I like to read my books. And look, it's black and red. How much spookier can you get? Oh, this is a beautiful book. The first page that, like the first, look at that. Look at how spooky it is. And then I love the font for the title. And I also, like, it's got, and I think it's got it throughout because you can see kind of there. But it's got this like cool, spooky, woodsy thing. I'm digging it. I am really glad that after the only one left, I am picking up something that's probably going to be spooky. At least I hope. I hope I like it as much as I like the first line. So, for reals this time, I will be back later. sprint and my office chair came. So I will be putting this bad boy together instead of reading, and I am really liking the rain ambiance. It's been raining here, so it's kind of nice listening to the moody rain on the sprints. So I'm not gonna read. I'm not gonna listen to a book because I'm enjoying this. Well, my parents got these roller, like computer style chairs for their kitchen, and our table and chairs are older than we are. They're from his parents. We've had them our entire marriage, and we need to get a new set. So this beautiful pink office chair matches the pink theme that I have in my kitchen right now. That is only temporary because he doesn't like it. And it will be going down to my office as soon as I finish my office. So I'm pretty excited that it's here. I've never put a chair together before, if I remember. I don't remember. I think he put my chair together. But I'm way excited. The other thing that came today was my view catcher. So this you use, I guess, to look at landscapes and see compositions. And so this is like, has these little like numbers on it. And so you can find the composition. So then you look through it, and this is mid-tone gray so that you can see your values, which is fun. So yeah, that's what's happening. I have read more. I've read about 40 pages of Dead 11, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. It's spooky and I'm enjoying it, but I don't know how I want to feel about it. That makes sense. It's setting up, and I think it's going to set up for a really slow start, more literary horror rather than like jump into the action horror. And sometimes that works for me and sometimes it doesn't. This, I'm really intrigued. So there's that too. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'll get back to reading that, and that's about it for right now. I think I'll probably have one more segment, and then this will be the vlog for at least the first day of Summerween. I finished a book and I'm getting through another. So yay, and putting together a chair. So you get to watch the time. Probably my final update for tonight. I am joining sprints now with Jordan. I'm just jumping from sprint to sprint to sprint because Gabby said this was probably her last sprint. So I jumped over to Jordan because she does sprints until she'll probably do them until about 7 p.m. But I have to go pick up my kids in like an hour or two. And so I'm just jumping. And I am now 85 pages into Dead 11 by Jimmy Giuliano. And I am really liking it. It is building up very slowly. It feels a lot like atmosphere-wise and spooky-wise, it feels a lot like Salem's Lot. Kind of like there's that dread, but it feels so normal, but there's something there, kind of, if that makes sense. Giving away as little spoilers as I can. There is a brother whose sister goes missing, and I read the beginning, you know, his sister goes missing, and he is going to go to this island where she went missing. But he thinks she's dead. So this is like him, he has gathered up all this information about this small town, what happened with his sister, and it is so far mixed media. So there's interviews, there's newspaper reports, but there's little like stories about the town. So it's building this stuff, and it's building up this like sense of there is something out there in the dark and it's gonna get you. And I really like that feeling of dread, but not knowing what it is, because it makes me want to keep going. So I'm like, I need to keep going. I need to know what's happening. So that's how I'm feeling. So I'm really excited. It looks like Jordaline's doing an hour sprint. And so I'll read for another hour, and then I'm going to set this down for the day. And yeah, so this is my first day of Summerween. And I hope that I can finish this book tomorrow and get to another book, because why not? I think what I'll do tomorrow is read one of my smaller books to kind of give myself a breather. I have Annihilation and Mrs. Caliban, and also Grimoire Noir, which is my graphic novel. Maybe I'll read my graphic novel. I haven't done that in a while. And that's something I could do with my kids home. I don't know. This will be posted. and then I will have another video on Monday. I'm not gonna have my normal video on Monday, which is my usually like my reading wrap up and what I'm reading, because you guys are hearing what I'm reading. So anyway, that's it for this vlog. And I really am so excited about Summerween. If you're participating and you have vlogs, let me know. Tell me to check out your channel, because I really want to see what other people are reading. I want to see how we're doing with Summerween. I'm just excited to be part of it. It's so much fun to be part of the community. That's what it's all about, right? Anyway, that's why I created this channel. So yeah, have a great day and see you in the next one. Bye.